This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Alright, inti yemfa we ngo eba local service na de eno so aka ho ISR discussions no. Nenra de is obia Ballon d'Or,
Of course.
Ballon d'Or awards no, and obia any extra. Please, I want Andy to explain to me how can Yasin appear 13th and Emiliano 15th, but still Emiliano went on to win the best goalkeeper award. Okay,
That was an interesting one.
yes.
But
You fan can one. What you saying? You awards, you know.
you're two separate. You're two Ballon d'Or no awards no separate. You really are two best goalkeeper of the season and as a best goalkeeper no and so separate. And to two Ballon d'Or no more accumulative points ni we are you share no.
Yeah.
And no nema Yasin about 12, na Emiliano about 15. And it's not say be at the two Ballon d'Or we na and no am ni be hwemu say which goalkeeper came first or no your best goalkeeper. This was voted separate, that was voted separate, and based on that, and now mode Emma Emiliano but general are there a card there back on a show. In the World Cup here, your performance at the World Cup is very, very, very monumental or very, very important. Especially the winner of the Ballon d'Or. Now we share the winner of the Lev Yashin Award, that is the best goalkeeper of the season. Yerika said this Ballon d'Or no, just like last year, and your calendar year, the season. Enti Ushemu pa Emiliano at the club level for Aston Villa. I'm not too sure at the from Kubia or ye. Our baby son Yasin Bonun, or baby son Ederson, our Man City, Amo Magic treble. But it's a World Cup year. And I think that Argentina, winning World Cup, no, Obia Ebo Messi Dini Obia Din. But I think on the final, it was Abrantia Yefreno, Emiliano. The final, who shared that 1-on-1 versus Colomwani. It was just 1v1. And how he saved that ball. And on Edwechi, a call post-match penalties. I think he saved 2 penalties. And
Baku went out.
Coleman.
yeah, the man. So he saved 2 penalties during the penalty shootout. And eventually he decided on the final day. And I think it's the main reason they give to him. I still think that it will be my World Cup no wait ne brubi bia o my season in so during the World Cup year. Otherwise, share the entire season. Number of games at the World Cup. Now share the Ederson me on any day, I will vote for Ederson and even Yasin Bonun ahead of Emiliano. Because I think that his exploits was only at the World Cup. At the club level he did well, but it doesn't come anywhere near Wemuye. But that is World Cup year. And I think a similar analysis go for why Messi won it ahead of Abrante and Dinde, Ellen Haaland, and Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe basically came in because of his exploits at the World Cup. Because at the club level, he didn't do so much as extraordinary. Now here they are, Omubo Emiliano Dina, French fans in here. Especially Omudi video no better so. Yeah,
Omudi, say no.
No, they will go through no. And the celebration you say bufu. Or chipane we are not here in a betting style, or say who Mukau. They were hooting at him. It took Didier Drogba and or catch himself or mucho Munjaisa and Sana fans and France for Nani Guonomno, Jai Sani Monomian. But hey, a super year for a Abrantia, a friend for goalkeeper there. That is the ultimate award.
I want to know call you no. If you have money or man Yadriana, and sending in ano, would you say or deserve this award no?
You know, my opinion that say me na me voter, I'll vote for Ellen Haaland because of in totality what he has done. But I would want to respect the award and the procedure.
No, but says so much.
Yes,
it's all very respected procedure.
Yeah,
that's also true. I could feel say,
yeah,
Ellen Haaland is saying,
General McCann has several times said, we had Ellen Haaland exploits our year in the year under review after winning, scoring some 36 goals in 35 matches in the Premier League. Our setting record in Premier League say in a given season for a year 38 league season. Ono na she goes to go pa. Obeka and the co ne hwa record a good term. Uko Premier League man, there was only one club and an AJ treble. That is Manchester United, and as far back as 1999, Erling Haaland lead Manchester City to win treble. And it is only his first season in the Premier League. He went ahead to score, I think, 12 goals in 11 matches in the UEFA Champions League to help Team Man City to win the Champions League for the first time. And they also beat Manchester United in the final at Wembley to win the FA Cup. Ocean total goal output, I think about 55 or so goals in a season. As compared to Messi performance in the season, Messi at 36, you give it to him because at that age, players be brave at the Ebeba form. But I still think that Messi contribution for Paris Saint-Germain within the period, to the extent that at a point in time, now the ultras were hooting at him because they think he was not giving his best to the club. Anyhow, we free our Champions League. But then the World Cup did a trick for Messi. And I'm saying that the World Cup, about those 7 matches, are very important. It's the biggest stage. But I think that those 7 matches should not be weighted so much. Say, season in nada.
Oh, you Copa America,
they want
Copa America 2021.
It wasn't part of the period. From August to June 2022-2023. That is the season.
Achievement.
Yeah. You see Messi pedigree now the whole year. He scored 32 goals. It tells you say Enema anye Messi level.
But you
know, ahead of that also, it was all over the place here. The Jano coin. Oh no, yeah, of course. I think that I should have gone.
Yeah, General. I think Messi deserve award. Me fa Barcelona me won Messi ni Barcelona be. Me fa me affiliation with how me Messi asem emem. Okay. But France 98 World Cup the we no. The best performer was Zidane. Omode mano. Yanko obia club performance anko analyze bibia France 98 ne end we ya no it is Zidane nsem do toss 2 esabe Davos Uka another brilliant performer our France 98 you free France 98 about Japan Korea 2002 similarly Rivaldo mono no free World Cup na eba 2006 quickly maminchambra we had brilliant attackers at the World Cup. Animal bomb Dempa, even club football, Arsenal, Barcelona, Champions League Lomo final, Thierry Henry, a key player at the Arsenal pa. Versus in Osuna Decomo, a crab bassa, midfield no from Portugal, I don't saw bomb Dempa. But what happened in the yeah, Cannavaro, and addition is him. So, General, what happened might be 7 games per yeah, the pebble so. But yeah, the stage, the history. Importance because of a quadrilinear tournament in Inti. Yeah, now a so rich, say general. Yeah, treating as 7 games. Besides, I 7 games in your bowl. Where you were free, now where you were free. Now where you were free, now where you were free. It's matches in a dorsal. Matches in a dorsal. And yes, 7 games spent in your bowl. But o no akobia o tse wo yihudu frima o mahabiem hudu baba be yi se Franco mahabiem sa na ye de kono a ne de akwakusi the end general. Above all, every game a Messi boy biano, ye pon bono, na ye the best player shanisem. And Ballon d'Or no yema miensa I can want him. With team no overall and yema or J, but wo as an individual will impact on and off the field. 2, or say as a classy and extreme performer. Just apart from a performance, no, every group no Nigeria baby I share or I be whom. A bit Messi Martinez, you know. We are women in Frima, Argentina squad, one of them DBM. Omama Kanyana, yes, support, Otamendi more, yes, support, Enzo Fernandez more, yes, support, Macalester, yes, support. Apart from 2, you will be a DBM. Omama Kanyana supporting cast.
Okay. Me too. I'm going to come there.
Reaction, no, okay.
No.
Okay, so I can pay.
So also, because I also will be on my do the county.
So,
Me man me would come. One
Me yam na so.
Oh, can we see him saying but when we are.
Senti na me yedi ntim be no apese invite me be
and
mu.
you're fine.
Waka se mo no mu sa se mo aka no be ma.
Baby, activities you are better.
So, General,
Yeah.
Messi Martinez performance was above the rest. But baby a fair play, ebe team Messi kakra, eye ne nsem na akweka kire Louis van Gaal, ewo Holland ne Argentina. Ho de e team Messi max pa. Enye captain su no Ballon d'Or no say ye fair. Okodidi mpanifo na tem ko ye say de mo ka bia mente. De mo ka bia mente. Okoye say a kire mpanifo no. E rebellion attitude na Messi rem no. A rebellion attitude any kwase ko yes. But putting the performance on the table this season ya say there Messi would deserve.
Okay.
Sergio Messi might have won his 8th Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But yen kan say obi ne open door no man ma. Before 95 na Ballon d'Or just a we European kwan ansa ne ade amawo. Messi has one record bi. Ono kwan the only player waji Ballon d'Or on mobile e Europe.
Okay.
Or Inter Miami CC yekan. Ono kwan the only person waji Ballon d'Or on money ball e Europe. At that present time na the award na man. But Sergio Debia
Alliance so say or winning because of boy now over Europe. Because up to June 2023. So the contribution I gina so edit to abano. His performance whilst he was in Europe.
But and run I'm sure Inter Miami
June
Argentina.
2020
According to organizers, I'm
no.
sure Inter Miami Argentina.
The narrow to
the
Ballon d'Or no winning, you know. When we need when you max be free MLS or the can.
But
the
organizers
this
also,
season,
I agree with you.
Ball in Europe.
This season
We all know.
this
We all
season
know.
performance is not captured.
The organizers know, we also know, but they wrote Inter Miami.
Oh, but what do they write?
That is fact. Intina awa no canon.
Say
Joya
present time na ye de man.
Gundogan de no. Omo tro.
Because a while some no can enye no crew. Me say no crew, but for education
We
purpose.
all know.
Let's
organizers
accept say.
know enim. But omo tro.
But why would the organizers write any other thing
Okay,
apart
but
from
man in
Inter
the
Because any current club or the buy.
And yenya the breed of sporting ideologies, especially on football. As I say, among 4 person mu yi international football edition change. Sergio, ya na even ya share league ase. Say ko international break e be qualify. Obe unsa among for buafu. International break e ha adwene, international break e ha adwene. Sergio Pele was great because of nothing but Brazil. Yeka football great de bia ni atro Pele din number 1. Sergio club football Santos, yes, or on a toast of achievement award yamomo. But Sergio Pele's influence in world football was on what? Brazil. The fact that what me abomo amomo 3 World Cup tournaments. The only tournament I went me ama and went me in your prior, which was 1966. Our influence was so, and if they give Lionel Messi the award, Sergio, it's based on the World Cup. Okay. So 7 matches pen, Sergio World Cup no qualification you know can.
Okay.
And I refi.
Sure.
You qualify in a World Cup. Near tournament in a World Cup finals. Okay. Say oh say be check 2026 World Cup qualifiers as well. You be about 10 games in all. What top group now? And sana wa uremu into the tournament.
Okay.
Would second, especially for Africa, would second now what Bompire said what back the top 4 teams I be here more among the second place teams no. Okay. Now most more enter into an interconfederational playoff. And you know World Cup.
Sure.
And say no kwa matches bet
World Cup proper no.
Yes.
World Cup
Yes. And no kwa bet me ama obe 14 matches qualifiers nkwa.
Okay.
And sana so obe tournament also about boss 7 games. Added to 14 no be 21.
Who can say?
Make say World Cup no is far bigger than any tournament that you can talk of. Either Champions League or either Diebe. Now say Champions League so mobile playoffs. Mobile playoffs. Alameboa clubs are ebia omo nations omo ni big coefficients no. Mobile playoffs and so mobile baba uremu into the competition. So yes, even though Champions League main tournament no more matches as compared to the World Cup, but World Cup what the qualifiers no the World Cup finals tournament na e baba ka why do so che Champions League no. So say ka 7 matches per Sergio ya na no no de many amount
Messi de no so
say he deserves it completely. Completely Sergio. He deserves it.
Oh, okay.
Haaland. Yeah, Haaland. Yes, Haaland might have done the unthinkable, winning treble with Manchester City for the first season, winning the Premier League, winning the FA Cup, winning the Champions League, becoming the first player to score 36 goals in Premier League. Unprecedented. But Sergio, Lionel Messi World Cup, no. That did the trick.
To what you say, Nidina Mwano,
Nidin
can be also. So the narrow can cross and can be the margin of the Omodi Jana Quay.
Sergio, Nidin,
the football, nobody way Jana Quay.
Sergio, Nidin, honestly, a bebuano. A day I be womb, Nidin be womb. But Sergio, the magnitude of the World Cup, no, the importance, no.
Wow.
And Sergio, that's what made the trick.
Basically, the moment saying mostly Messi deserve.
Comedian me call for Erling Haaland.
Sir.
I would say they are introducing an interesting dimension. Say World Cup qualifiers matches. Which I agree because FIFA called the World Cup at Qatar the finals.
Okay.
So not last match, now a World Cup final. Then what is this argument say? Erling Haaland are more World Cup qualifiers no amubiana. About 9 goals no share no qualifiers no amubiana. These same people who would tell us, say, qualifiers, say, a part of the World Cup. No? Then when it comes to argument involving maybe people like Erling Haaland, there's one they want to World Cup. Or more World Cup. Then, if you want to justify Messi's own, we want to tell us that we play World Cup qualifiers, so it's part of the World Cup. If it is part of the World Cup, and in I can say Erling Haaland or more qualifiers. Or more World Cup.
But General, my question is,
yeah.
Quarter final of the Champions League, semi-final of the Champions League, final of the Champions League. Na Haaland wa hinfa. 3 different criteria na Ballon d'Or no one they
Bobby.
Yes, no Bobby. I mean the impact,
So no,
effectiveness. The
The
quarter final. Bernabeu, Haaland irai. At the Bernabeu, Odru Bernabeu no irai.
Okay.
Omo back to Etihad. Bernardo Silva na yin ho na Rodri esu yin ho.
Okay.
At some point, na Kevin De Bruyne will be any down so cry, you know. We expect to say Haaland be in still na Haaland off.
Okay.
In the final crowd, the Haaland there. In the final of the Champions League there. Haaland crowd the so one can game no. Moment na ye here no. Look at the World Cup final. Mbappe share na Messi ate. Mbappe share na Messi ate. And when the FIFA can ho asem no. We impact no memory down the lane down the years no your boys your cancer game no want some idea they be can fa ho Champions League final me person me kai Haaland impact semi final me person me kai impact quarter final me kai but talk about the World Cup against Mexico. Guillermo Ochoa is a goalkeeper for Mexico, very rigid. Apart from World Cup stage, you know, Mexico Argentina is one of the bitterest rivalries in all football. Messi decided the game against Australia, against all odds.
Newton, against Mexico, that was the turning point.
That
was what made Argentina won the World Cup. Okay. Because Sergio Cabal didn't end the draw. More chances of qualifying a best slim. Because they've already lost their first game against Saudi Arabia.
To generate studio, how crowd a 2-1. Win no crowd.
I'm very happy, say Newton started. Osi oyi ni Barcelona na ni Messi support se matonche. Na me expect say wa so be ka say mi yi mi Barcelona ni mi Messi se matonche.
Oh, chinko fa.
Oh, David Newton is starting sir. David Newton is starting sir. General, ask yourself say bisa who say e dey da.
Yeah, some more can instead of baby omo.
David bisa who say dey ntino mo can starting sir.
Asem na wo kan.
Let me say nyame na me starting sir man.
I 2-1 na be say tintina. O ka kire say omo Barcelona.
Me na me starting sir. Me na me starting sir.
Omo Barcelona.
All the buy no say me de me Barcelona sem ni me Messi sem o to nche na ma face fact.
That's what that to nche.
And our so na me expect so no so start here.
So mu za our do kan so din Barca to nche.
Na me expect so no so be ka say me de me Barcelona na me Messi sem o to nche because from the word go
convincing.
It's 2-1 on the stats. It's 2-1 before you ever studio hano. E 2-1 that.
Okay.
So when him say before
3-1.
And the back be 3-1. And the be 3-1. What will be 4-1? What will be?
Yes. 4-1. Leo Messi.
Hey!
Yes.
The judge has turned.
listeners, the viewers, no judges. Me don't judge.
Judge never fed me also
But Sergio,
Listeners, the viewers.
in fact, case where they mean to me and trust me, you can go different court.
Sergio, you are correct. You are correct for who?
You can go.
No, can
Yeah,
you
some make us him.
No, what kind of symbols are?
You are correct for who dear? On Tiasia.
Yeah.
But Sergio, Kasembi, or see by the time Lionel Messi finish playing football, he might end with 6, 7, or 8 Ballon d'Or tournament awards, and he will be incomparable.
Okay,
we a prophetic
sure
idea or the two.
Yeah. All right,
but I was happy for Victor Osimhen. Say what about the first 10? No?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was happy because you heard the list of African players are all listed first 10. No, say what about the count?
Okay.
Because we Sadio Mane, we second in 2019.
Yeah.
We Didier Drogba, we fourth. Etu so in 2009.
Yeah.
We Mohamed Salah so our so wenye bi. Victor Osimhen so about the count.
Sure.
So Nigeria might be, Senegal might be, Cameroon might be, Egypt might be.
2010, job at 10, 13, I say.
Yeah.
But generally,
Player back one person ka yeah share the kakra bi any Jude Bellingham.
yeah,
Best under 21 player in the world.
yeah.
Abrante no obo.
Yeah, general.
See,
Ballon d'Or no ebe no.
Yeah.
generally, that was
Any team na obo no.
Oh,
that was the direction I was also looking at saying. And there, from 2008, and Ronaldo started.
Yeah.
And only Messi. I think say you know be shame back could be Luka Modric. And
the best stop Kaka.
Yes.
And we'll take you over.
we'll take you over. Omar net the Bibia de face Messi the baton at all. Clearly, the obvious question is, who for any the next potential Ballon d'Or winners? What the can Jude Bellingham?
But Vinicius so
I'm coming. Kylian Mbappe will be a serious contender. Vinicius Junior has the ability to make it there. I also think that
Or try PS you are on come.
better than Asem.
yeah, PSG no.
I also think that Jamal
Club no Muhammad Zana any other
But
no
General-
PS you are.
General
Brave power.
no kwe when say PSG team na say weaker than it used to be.
Sure.
And the Bema me no aya dream. Otherwise, PSG no watna the second. Courtesy national team performance. Who knows? But clearly, Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala is one person I would want to add to this list. Then you talk about Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and probably Victor Osimhen could also try and do something. Kevin De Bruyne hasn't finished yet. Maybe he can come back and come back strong. Because this Manchester City team, a team will look like they could still play at the top. And these are the names Pedri, one person may expect to say Obeban name after some 2-3 years, if injuries, he be living out because he's in the right environment in Barcelona and they give him all the support he needs. Bayern be projecting Musiala. I think Barcelona will project Pedri. Then Real Madrid has task, say, Abrante and Idende, Jude Bellingham, and Vinny Jr., who they will project together. But Kylian Mbappe, from the word go as it stands now, Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, for me, are the two front runners for the Ballon d'Or award.
Emmanuel Echo, tell Newton, times have changed. If it were today, Zizou wouldn't have won the 1998 Ballon d'Or. Wow. Maybe Zizou was red carded in the prelims in that year. So fair play wise, he's failed a Porto. He's shown in the tournament from the quarterfinal stage. The organizers in recent years, thus, are post 2008, often use goals as the best criterion, aside voting and charisma. Haaland should have won, should have been compensated. Haaland should have been compensated. Okay. Good morning, Sunny Sally. Anyway, but honestly, when it comes to Barca, La Masia, and ex and current Barca players, expect nothing from the three musketeers, apart from spin, slant, and bias. No matter what, you lose such debates. These guys are quite mouthy. Hey, Sandy Sally. And anyway, if you have before Abba, I'm saying, then I brandy.
The brofini
Yeah. My usual hello, one day, them say a local staff. Another example to be looked at is the foul that led to Gold Stars' goal against Hearts of Oak. Because our goal is one for counts and power. The Fanka,
Then
Gold Stars, any Hearts of Oak.
yeah.
The goal, or say the foul that led to Gold Stars' goal against Hearts of Oak. For me, it was never a foul against Hearts of Oak. Also, I agree with Newton. 2010, Schneider won the Champions League and was in the World Cup finals. And Iniesta won the World Cup. But when they went to the pools, Messi won. The World Cup example has fallen flat in this argument. Hello, Kwaku Guildford, UK.
Sir, 2010, you know,
Yeah.
it's one of the awards that go down in history as most fraudulent.
Okay.
Obia, Ebe catch us that award was for Schneider.
Okay.
Babe, it's all over. See, we had my Messi.
Okay.
That was that year. Moka ballon door any FIFA best thing in a boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was a later on almost best play this award.
Won't come over
General, what's the way out for Africa?
Okay, if that's the case of what Newton is saying, then FIFA should have taken the 2010 award from their GOAT Messi because he didn't do anything that year. Hazard, a Sutuari Junction,
General, may General Africa.
Okay.
What's the way out after upon we are since 1985?
Say African, we bet Magic Ballon d'Or.
So then it says so trophy no crab man about by say no. It's getting more tougher each and every day.
The first thing is that Africa very near it will be a year in your World Cup here. That's the first thing. Because we are not like
Victor Osimhen and I had the pa. I watched in them.
Yeah.
Go on about top 10. What's not done?
Yeah.
But they will say a year about a year.
This
This year.
year. Say Sadio Mane about second. Drogba above fourth. Salah
It's getting more tougher. And also Osimhen purge more yeah 8th. And then be pem ye no. For 30 years, Napoli who Serie A say no ekuri. No ko lead you mo pa.
8 in Cromadom.
After
8 in Cromabuan. Napoli in league in the pay.
And here who be that?
But was I the first African to win the Capo Cannoniere?
Napoli in your league pay no match. Victor Osimhen. Any goalkeeper wajin. Any goalkeeper wajin Serie A. And go for the treble near there. They will move to take baby. 8 in Croma when
in the moves of Africa, it will take years.
Yeah.
money more than
overhead the next group of players on mobile. Why more?
They say the Africa, the guys are not doing so well.
That's the big
don't
thing.
have so many outstanding African players in Europe.
A bit take time.
Those time, Nana,
Say, Obeka African, or Bonnie Homodin Europe, Sehu Girassi. That Guinean striker was Stuttgart. No, say you 8 matches, 14 goals.
Well, more Champions
for the Bundesliga.
More Champions League.
This Abia going forward, say who Girassi. When we say Bia, bet me make him move. Make him move. Ebia move and bet me a one.
Only
yeah, my second chance I was not going to
I don't know which I want.
So Kubebre.
my mouth second chance.
No more African players have potential.
Me catch it. Yes, a potential obet me. Me catch it. Or Bonnie Homodin CC. Say potential there.
Okay. Yet was so Emma way Kessben 3.3, Kessben 2.9 Accra. Kessben 2.9 Accra. Kessben 2.9 Accra. Yen share na fi yem refi meje if yin sem supi bamjo around there now uhuru ni rosa.
David Midru hono na abena ye ni makeup. NM so wasom na no kaka na abena bi say obi etu anoda.
Only why? Awa. O tuna no.
Obi etu na no.
Say kiss no kan.
No say o hende o tu na no. When they no be etu na no na no kwai.
I want to kiss it.
Potential bad.
Awa Mohammed, answer my question. What kiss it? Kiss. Obi aso I attempt so be more case bi da. Back bisa so.
Hey, I want them with evidence.
Afi na okwa kope ana wo.
Hag.
Me do my phone.
Hag dey say
Hag so ta.
Hag de.
Ota hag ma.
Debi enye ta.
What hag you about? How am serious.
Eno ne de
What
ya.
hag you about? Then is it allowed?
Yes, long ago.
Oh yeah. Our enche. I know enche.
Or them ya me man evidence.
Debe. Mi
Madeo.
Mi makoto reception order. Mi makoto.
What them?
Madeo.
Yeah, doko. Dino ade nonko. Yen trust.
I will tell you what and pa bia the bread in the tea.
Would do.